What's going on, everybody? It's your friend Will. We're back. It's the memory lapse. We're coming at you with 225% microphone volume, so hopefully it's even louder than it's been before. I know some people are still commenting that the audio levels are a little low, but alright, let's get into it today. We have a simple quest, so we can kind of play whatever we want. It's 25 lands. I think we're going to play a little green-white tokens because we haven't played much of that on this channel. So this is a list from this is the winning list from the Star City Games Team Open over the weekend. It was basically 2 green-white decks in the finals. Just a lot of 4-ofs. I think it's a fairly tuned list. And even an Arch of Orazca, which I love. But if you're not familiar with this deck, the play pattern I think is pretty simple. Get a bunch of tokens down, find ways to make them bigger via Venerated Loxodon or Tristani, overrun your opponent, take control of the board. History of Benalia is just a good card. So it's just kind of a go wide, board control-y, beat down deck. And you have March of the Multitudes as your late game reload. Your way to punish an opponent for trying to slow play you. It's just an instant, which is insane. And it's just kind of straight power up and down the board, and you have a flexible removal spell in Conclave Tribunal and sideboard. Some stuff for mirrors, I imagine, things like Tendershoot Dryad, Vivien Reid. Immortal Sun's an interesting one. Some stuff for a red deck. It's kind of a tight list, so I'm not 100% certain how we sideboard some of these matchups. Like I imagine against red deck and stuff, you're taking out Saproling Migration because it just makes 2 things that get killed by their Goblin Chain Whirler. Oh, don't want to play competitive constructed, not right now. I think we're going to have to come back to that in the future. But let's load it up. And let's also, while we're loading, take the opportunity to shout out some recent subscribers. Ever since the channel has kind of come back, gotten some new people on board, which is great. So we have really recently Christopher Rue, thank you for subbing in, Quail, Jason Stapley, Moses 101, Garrett Schultz, Kroko, Aiden Bowman, Jamare Dettelblon, Joe Kavanaugh, Massimiliano Donatiello, nice name, maybe from across the ocean over in Europe. Trung MTG Arena Hearthstone 03, maybe that's a bot. I don't know. But yeah, lots of new subscribers. Thanks everybody. I'll try to do shout outs every couple days as we get more people in. Opponent goes first. This hand's a little slow, but I think we keep it. That's a great draw. So Emmara is super cool, as it generates the token when you use it to convoke. So we could play turn 2 Emmara into turn 3 convoking the Conclave on something, and get a free token in the mix. Alright, well that first striker slows us down. So if they play like a History of Benalia here, Justice Strike. So they're choosing just to take this thing out. Alright, not blocking. This has lifelink, so we actually do okay in the exchange. We'll pay 2 life. There's their own history. I believe they'll probably sit back with this Knight of Grace. So now we're in the position of deciding between, is it worth it to use this on the to prevent 1 more token from being created, or should we just jam Shalai down? I'm kind of just getting Shalai down. Yeah. Let's get Shalai down, then next turn we're going to be able to flip this Legion's Landing if that's something that we're interested in doing. We also could Convoke here, but I think we're gonna save. They're playing. They could have a Teferi in their deck. This could be like the. I've seen versions of this kind of white-red mid-range deck that play blue just for Teferi. It's still kind of the Wild West in terms of what's possible. Ooh. Unfortunately, I wonder how worth it is to flip the Legion's Landing. They get a free double block here. We get 7 in. We could also just main phase 1. Convoke this Tribunal to take out one of the Knights of Grace. And then jam. It makes their blocks a little harder. I think I like doing that. And I think the order in which I'm going to do it even is going to be like this. I'm going to make another token. This is legendary, so we got to pick one. This is a pretty aggro move. Alright, so there's no trick coming at least. Alright, quest complete. If we draw a land, it gives us a shot to Flourish next turn. Probably worth it to gain 1 here. I wonder if they have like Deafening Clarion or anything like that in their deck. Yeah. Alright, Shalai their own. Okay. So how different is the math between flourishing here for +2/+2 or just Shalaying for +1/+1? If we shove for 4, 4, 3, and 5, they're pretty much forced to just block with everything, right? I think we prefer that. And we gain 3 in the exchange. Yeah, they pretty much have to block everything. They could let 3 and 4 through. They have to block the 5, so the Shalai is gonna die. Oh, that's right. No, they have to block the 5. Wow, okay. So they're just going to lose both their knights instead. That's pretty good for us. So upkeep scrying. Lyra's good for them. I think we're just sitting back and activating Shalai. and just trying to go long on Shalai activations. Yeah, that's a really good draw for them. This is one of the reasons to hold the Conclave, but I think that playing that turn was really good. Also worth noting that with the treasures, they can activate their own Shalai, though they do have to crack 2 of them. They might not even attack here. Attacking would be pretty risky, I think. But we just had to level up the Shalai so it becomes big enough to beat the Lyra. Wow. Alright, so they're way more mid-rangey than we are. They can have the Clarion. Yep, so we can make one more. So they cannot activate their Shalai right now until they flip this map and create more tokens. It's a bummer. Alright, so they're going to start getting in. Can't do anything about it yet. Alright, looks like we got just outscaled. But they were empty-handed and they just ripped big boy angels here. And we did not find our X-Spell. Like, I think at any point we just could have gone X-Spell, Shalai activation, win. I have land. But we'll get him next game. Tristani. Guess we're taking a turn off from ugh. We're more or less forced to block this though. Pretty sure we're just dead here. Yeah, we can only block so much flying damage. Alright, we are just dead. So let's go on to the next one. So they're heavy on angels. But they're kind of short on ways to remove stuff. I think we definitely want the Vivien Reids to shoot down their flyers. Tendershoot Dryad seems a little ambitious. Seal Away could be okay, but I'm not sure. It doesn't catch a lot of angels if they have Aurelia down, giving things vigilance. We definitely want the Conclave Tribunals. Venerated Loxodon might be a weaker card here on the draw. Tristani might be kind of weak. Yeah, I think we're a little too aggressive. Cleansing Nova could be a nice get out of jail free card. I wonder if we want Lyra. But I just feel like their angels will probably be bigger than ours. Immortal Sun. Interesting one. This card seems pretty weak. I'm going to try that. I definitely like the Vivien Reid. So if they just tap out for an angel and then we tap out for Vivien Reid and pop their angel, we're way ahead. Alright, we go first. We keep this. And we're going to flower for a forest. Oh god. Didn't almost accidentally clicked a plains there. So we hopefully have Emmara here into history. Just going to draw the removal spell right away. Doesn't appear they're running any kind of counter spells, though. With the blue splash, they could be playing things like negate out of the sideboard. Syncopate, is that something that we need to play around? It's probably worth taking two. Because now with the March of the Multitudes, we just want to get as many creatures on the board as we can. Clarion here would be a bit of a beating. Alright, nice. They only get, oh, then they get all of them. Okay. So is it worth it to make 4 tokens here? I think I'll just take the lands and make the district guide. And just keep thinning my deck. I think it's only 23 lands in this deck. So they did not play a land yet this turn. Geez, both of these punish us pretty badly. This clears our board though, so I'm gonna let them have Teferi. Alright, they found their land. Excellent binding. This kind of pressures them to use the Clarion this turn. I think the blue land is less helpful to them. Though who knows now, we're seeing way more blue out of there. The fact that they have basic island, I guess they could just have one case of cards like any of the land removal cards. That's a cool island though. I haven't looked to see what like lands are available. So I could end of turn march for 4 here. I think I'm gonna do that. See if this draws like a counter spell or anything. Okay. This could also just be getting settled here. Sign that. That's pretty much the rest of my lands. Shocking. They're gonna do some kind of Teferi play here. Yeah. If they have the third settle, it'll be upsetting, but alright, with the trigger on the stack, we're doing this for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, so we're going to do this for 10. Before they untap any blue. Arch is a good one. Alright, so if they don't have settle, this is actually lethal here. I'm trying to think of what else they could have. What else could they have? I guess the next settle, they haven't scooped, so the next settle is the most obvious thing. Yep. The last basic out of our deck. Arch. I'm up. Damn, so I probably should have played the Arch first and drawn, because if I hit Shalai, they couldn't settle and they'd be dead. That's just me being bad with the deck and not thinking about Shalai as an out. I haven't been on this half of I have not played this type of deck in really, really long time. But yeah, now that I'm thinking back to when we were playing a couple months ago with some Shalai decks, this is one of the main reasons Shalai was so good, is it got you around settle. It's like super awkward now. Oh, I just threw that game away. Nice. Then if they had they would have to have countered it, and then they wouldn't have had the mana to settle. So we had the win. Though it was really what? It was like a 2 and 34. So It was like less than a 5% shot, but you still take it because we knew pretty much they had to have that exact card or else they would have scooped otherwise. Alright. This one Arch is nice insurance. Ooh. Let's do this. Destroy the binding. Tribunal hits Aurelia. Play history. Oh shoot, I miscalculated. I'm one short. We're only drawing gas though. We have 6 lands left in the deck. We should pretty much only be drawing gas from here on out. I'm worried about getting Ixalan's binding on this Vivien Reid or something. They might just tuck the Vivien. Yeah, they're so close to ulting this. It's gonna be close. Oh, nice. Unfortunately, Lyra gets to pick off Vivien here. And they still have this Clarion to take care of all these tokens. They're gonna binding the Vivien? They're binding Tribunal. Getting back Aurelia. That makes sense. Are they gonna take negate here? Yup. That's smart. They're gonna Clarion, okay. Okay. Shalai makes things interesting again. Because we have enough to activate her twice. I guess this means they have another Lyra. Yeah. I think they have no one in here, so they're just gonna minus to get it. I wonder if Shalai's gonna go the distance here. we're not blocking. We don't want to let them use a Justice Strike. Something like this. We do have to pressure their life total. We still have mana to double Shalai. I wonder if they have any Wrath, like straight up Wrath, in their deck. We're going to have to block here. And try to make a Flower play or a Flourish play next turn. Do we think they have 4 Settles? Seems like a lot. Ooh. Wow, could we actually win this one? That would be insane. This Flourish doesn't do anything into the negate. Forgot they had that. So we're just on the Shalai plan. I probably should have even pumped once there to get more damage through when they showed that they weren't going to block. Alright, fortunately we have to do this. I'm guessing they're just doing this to gain life and they're just going to play another. They could have Justice Strike here. Deafening Clarion. Wow, holy crap, we actually won that one. That looked like no way we could possibly win. So now that we've seen their deck a little bit more, and we see how many Planeswalkers they have, it's probably worth bringing in the Spyglass. I think taking this card out makes a lot of sense. It does not do very much in this type of matchup. And I wonder, do we even want our own Lyras? I'm not sure. We had an opportunity to win that game in the middle that we missed because we didn't draw our card, and but we got there in the long game. All right, we can keep this. I wonder if we play into the negate. I think we'd rather just play our District Guide and not play into the negate there. Now we're okay playing into negate because we have Vivien Reid next turn. Cool. So now if they untap with Angel and we go Vivien, it's probably GG. No Angel, huh? Yeah, we didn't really see a lot of end step stuff that they can do. Aurelia. Well, if they have negate now, we're quite punished. And I do believe we're going for it. Wow, no negate. Nice. She's a good archer. Oh, sick. Alright, kind of tricked him. They're just flooded. Oh, look at that little play. It's quite cute. Not going to play this because we might want to generate the token after they play like a Clarion or something. Ooh, but we get to flip here. That's sick. Yeah, this is lethal. And we didn't see Seal Away before. So I'm assuming this is Settle. Yep. Which means we just get to set lethal for next turn. Need to have exactly Settle here. Oh. Alright, this deck can grind a little bit. That Arch really paid off last game. It dug us out of our own self-inflicted horrible board state. Wow, we almost got to 25 land. And that was a long one. Damn, 40 minutes. 40 minutes because that game 2 was super long. But there's the green-white deck. Not exactly budget. Not as... It's still cheaper than this Red-White Angels deck, which maybe we'll play tomorrow. But as you can see, rares. And this is a rare you might not really be interested in crafting. That's not a rare. Rares. This one might stay good for a while. Rare, or mythic. Excellent card. Rare, rare, mythic, mythic. Rares, rares, rares. And even more on the sideboard. So, certainly not cheap. Definitely seems to be effective. Even when we make mistakes, we still somehow pulled it out. So, yep, green-white deck. Very cool. Maybe I'll try running this into an event after I practice it a little bit more. Thanks for watching, everyone. Like and subscribe. Leave your ideas below, and we'll be back with more soon.